Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone. My name is Kathy. We have an update for you with respect to EWU Media LLC versus City of Moscow and the Moscow Police Department. They are the parties, the petitioner and the respondents. But then there are also 4 interveners who, although they are not parties, that the court, upon their motion, granted them an opportunity to be heard in this lawsuit, finding that there was good cause for them to intervene. And they are Karen Laramie, Stacy Chapin, James Chapin, and Maisie Chapin, interveners. Judge Marshall has entered an amended order setting briefings, schedule, and scheduling oral argument. This reads, based on the scheduling conference conducted on March 13th, 2026 with Kirsty H. Kennedy, appearing for the petitioner, Catherine B. Barrington, appearing for the respondents, and Leander L. James, appearing for the interveners, the court set the following briefing schedule. Number 1, petitioner's brief shall be filed and served no later than March 30th, 2026. 2, respondents and interveners response brief shall be filed and served no later than April 20th, 2026. 3, petitioner's reply brief, if any, shall be filed and served no later than 2026. And then number 4, oral argument has been set for May 18th, 2026 by Zoom. So this is a virtual proceeding that will commence at 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. This is signed Megan E. Marshall, District Judge. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the petitioner's brief has been filed. So that deadline of March 30th was met. Respondents and interveners' response brief shall be filed no later than April 20th, 2026. Again, a deadline that has been met. The only item that is outstanding at this time and that we will be looking for is the petitioner's reply brief, if any, shall be filed and served no later than May 4th, 2026. This would be, even though it says if any, surprised, if you will, if EWU Media does not reply to the response submitted by the respondents with which the interveners joined in with, because the respondents, as we previously reported to you, did not respond substantively to any of the allegations that the Idaho Public Records Act was violated, as EWU Media has alleged, with respect to their public records requests submitted in 2025 over a period of months, seeking documents from the Kohberger files. This would be the documents concerning the investigation into the crimes that occurred at 1122 King Road on November 13th, 2022, that resulted in the arrest of just one person and one person only thus far. And that is Mr. Kohberger. That arrest happened the 30th of December, 2022. The case of Idaho versus Kohberger proceeded for over 2.5 years until after Mr. Kohberger stood up in open court. He pled guilty to all 5 of the felonies that were brought against him by operation of indictment, returned May of 2023 by a grand jury in the county of Latah. The case was closed July 23rd, 2025 on Mr. Berger's sentencing date. However, the case still largely remains sealed from the public at this date, given that no one else has ever been arrested, charged with anything having to do with these horrendous crimes at 1122 King Road. No accessory before or after the fact, no co-conspirator, no alternative perpetrator, with Mr. Kohberger's appellate rights having been waived when he entered into the plea agreement, as he did with the state of Idaho. So here we see the judge is saying, EWU, if you have any response to the respondents that says this case needs to be dismissed because you have no authority to prosecute a case in the state of Idaho, you are a Nevada limited liability company, and Idaho law says you needed to register with the Secretary of State, to avail yourself of the courts to bring and to prosecute this lawsuit. That is basically what the respondent's defense is. We're going to continue to keep you posted as further developments arise. So please stay tuned to the Indie Zone. Until next time, this is Kathy. Thank you for joining us here today.